Elizabeth Strait, and I'm here to talk to you about what mobile learning is and a one-to-one initiative that I think would be a good fit for Middletown Area School District. First, I want to talk to you about what mobile learning is and some of the benefits that mobile learning brings to school districts. Mobile learning is essentially using portable technology with wireless access, such as a mobile phone, tablet, or laptop in an educational setting. The technology is used to enhance the educational experience of for a student, not necessarily to replace the educational resources that we're used to. Mobile learning allows for adaptive and personalized approaches to teaching that creates a student-centered learning environment. This can all be done while addressing students' specific needs, interests, and even their motivations. Mobile learning would allow students to collaborate in both an asynchronous and synchronous manner, as well as granting them access to online experts and unlimited resources. Progressive teaching approaches like project-based learning, flipped classroom, blended learning can all become a reality through mobile learning at the Middletown Area School District. Mobile learning would allow students to gain experience using real-world technology to prepare them for their future. When talking about mobile learning within school districts, there are two different types of initiatives that school districts use, one-to-one and BYOD. I'm going to talk about both of them, what they are, and the pros and cons to each. First, in each model, students 6th grade through 12th would have their own mobile device, and at the elementary level, there would be a set of mobile devices in each classroom. I'm going to first start talking about the BYOD, and that is an acronym that stands for Bring Your Own Device. That will require students to bring their own devices to school, whether that be a cell phone, tablet, or laptop, and they would use them as an educational tool. The students that cannot afford to have or don't have a mobile device, the district would provide one for them. A lot of districts prefer this because it can be more cost effective. However, in districts that have a lot of economically disadvantaged students, you're looking at buying more and more devices, and it might offset the cost. On top of that, you're going to spend more costs on management and security because everybody has different devices, and the management and security end of it requires a lot more time and effort. And it's a bit of a nightmare from my understanding. You need to have a strong learning management system and a strong district policy, technology policy. On the other side, on the left side, we have the one-to-one initiative. The pros are hands down management and security because everybody's using the same device and they're on the same platform. It is a lot easier, even with the security. The tech team can detect if a student is violating any sort of policies and shut down their device and move forward with whatever repercussions for that policy violation. It also puts students on a level playing field and creates equality with students having all of their devices the same. Um, they have equal access to the technology and the resources. Through programs like the Apple Education Leasing Program, where you lease technology for 3 years, you can buy it for $1 and then even sell it to a wholesale dealer in bulk. You can take that money and reinvest it in the new technology. You have more reliable technology and it's up to date. So you might offset those costs on the other side, whether you have the BYOD, where you're spending money on the management and security, you're reinvesting in new technology. Because if we're investing in the technology and investing in our students, we need to make sure that it's reliable and that it's working. There's nothing worse than going into a classroom, you have a lesson prepared, and things are not working, or half the students can access the technology and half the students can't. Of course, with any initiative, whether it be BYOD or the one-to-one initiative, you are going to have some challenges. First complaint would be or challenge would be the distracted learners. You have access to YouTube. You can watch stream live movies. So this can definitely be a distraction, but I believe with properly trained staff that will learn how to use iPads to their advantage and keep their students engaged, this can be at a minimum. Budget, what I talked about earlier, that is a challenge, but I believe through cost analysis between the BYOD in our what would be proposed in our district and the one-to-one initiative, it would really not be much different. And that investment would also, even though it's a little bit more, would ensure that we have reliable and up-to-date technology. Forgotten devices, this is something that BYOD, I would say proponents would say that their students do not forget their devices because it's their own personal device. But if a student needs their iPad or whatever district issued mobile device throughout the day, they will not forget it. And I can say that when I have had iPads in the classroom, and parents are bringing in iPads because they are forgotten at home and they need them throughout the day. Devices that are not charged, this can be a frequent problem because they are streaming music or watching a movie during their study hall. This is especially at the high school level. They will have access to a charged iPad. They can share them, but this is something that they will have to train the students on and really ingrain in their heads to make sure that their device is charged. Cheating. There's always been cheating. It's a cat and mouse game. There's new ways of cheating with mobile devices in the classroom. Again, this is something that we'll have to address, and it's always been there. It's always going to be there, and it can be addressed through technology and certain sorts of prevention methods. Access to the internet at home, especially with a high level of low-income students. There were actually two pilot programs at the Middletown Area School District in the 9th grade. It was called a Raider Academy. And we did not experience a lot of issues with students having internet access at home. So in saying that, it would be a minimal problem and I think can be worked around. The management, of course, you're going to have possibly some issues with management, with the policies. We really need to take a look at some of the tech policies and make sure that they are very strong when putting devices into the hands of students. Now, with saying, laying out all of the challenges, I think the benefits far outweigh the challenges. You have access to all of the online research sources, the experts. You have collaborative learning, creative application of content, flexible and personalized learning so that students can learn at their own pace and really become the student or the person that they should be. Communication, because lessons will be online and the grade books will be online. Parents will be able to see what students are learning in school. There'll be some transparency and better communication between, peers, between teacher and parents, between teacher and student. We have more engaged learners, dependable current technology, and equal access and career readiness. Although, excuse me, at the Middletown Area School District, as stated in our mission statement, we will properly prepare students for their career readiness. Mobile Learning Initiative would help bridge the gaps between the haves and haves not by providing equal access, all while meeting the needs of our diverse students within the district. I believe that the investment in a one-to-one program is a sound investment in our students, and it aligns with our district's mission statement. Thank you.